Okay, this room is so chaotic. It serves as our office, and it's supposed to be a sort of dual office for both my husband and I, and then the kids go in there while my oldest really, when he needs to do like some online class or club that he's working in. But it's become another dumping ground. We've kind of just shoved things in there. I'm about to show you, hold on, because it is a mess. Okay, so right smack dab in the middle of this room is 3 bookcases that we got. And I'm so glad we got these because now I can finally tackle this room. So we just put these in here last night. We got them used. So they're just 3 little, not little, they're like about 6 feet tall bookshelves that we got so we can help tackle this room. So I'm going to pull those out, but as you can see here, it's just crazy in here. This was my attempt at organizing. This was the only kind of shelves that we had. And so I'll kind of see if I can maneuver myself over here. This was our attempt at organizing. That's one of the rare pictures of my husband and I from our wedding. It was a snapshot that someone took of us. I'll tell you that story someday if you want to hear, but we don't really have very many wedding pictures. Anyways. So that was my attempt at decorating this marble thing here. This is marble contact paper that I just put over cardboard. I'll put you underneath so you can see the cardboard kind of. And I thought I would do it to each shelf, but I just did the one shelf and then I stopped. This was my shelf. It had my books on it, or most of my books. To make that double ledge, I just used a recycled cardboard box and put books on top of it. Oh, but as you can see, when you move one thing, everything starts to fall. Yikes. Yeah. So the next shelf was supposed to be the kids' extra school books we weren't using. But then, again, things just started getting dumped on them. This is our little sewing kit and things like that. It just got messy. And then down here, same thing. Oh, it just wasn't working and it got messy. We bought the kids some hiking boots in an attempt to go hiking, and somehow they got tossed in here and they just stayed here. We just had stuff all over the floor. These were boxes of things we couldn't fit. We couldn't find room. And then things. So this corner here is supposed to be like my husband's corner. It has a sort of setup. You can see we use cardboard boxes for everything. But it's kind of, again, becoming a dumping ground. My son was using this space too. So he's got his Pokemon mat here. And then here is just more stuff. I just dumped everywhere. This is kind of my corner. As you can see, I have some stuff that I printed off for our homeschool area. And then, yeah, it is just, everything just gets dumped. So when the kids don't know where to find something, or I'm just trying to clear off a table, I will just come and dump it on here. You can see the walls are actually almost completely bare. So I'd like to put up some pictures here. And then down here, I have some of my planner supplies that are still in a box, and then just more of everything. Okay, and now we're going to get started trying to empty out as much as we can from the room. Before I start moving everything out, I'm just kind of trying to get a lay of it and figure out where I want everything to go. I also have an armoire or a closet that I want to put in here that is currently in our living room. It was in our kitchen. So I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to put everything and how I'm going to make that work. What I'm thinking I might do is combine this desk with this desk. So both of these white tops here are from IKEA. I don't know. I'm one of those people, unfortunately, I can't just envision it and then move it. I have to move the furniture around over and over again until I figure out oh no, I like the way this looks. No, I don't like the way this looks. So it's a lot of work on my part, but that's okay. So I've got a little bit of this floor down here cleared off, but I'm thinking I'm going to leave his desk here, and I'm going to move down the corner desk and the printer more to this area, and then the back side, I'm going to put the closet that I have because it has a mirror on it, and I'm thinking the mirror will help reflect the light that comes from this window here and just make this room brighter. We do have a light up here, but it flickers and it's so dim. It has a dimmer on the switch, and even if we turn it all the way up, it's super, super dark in here, and it just kind of flickers. I think it has something to do with the electricity of the house or the way the light was set up, but we don't want to touch it because, again, we're renters. So we just kind of leave it as is, and then we just purchased a lamp that you probably saw me take out of here too. So I'm going to move this stuff down and see how I like it, if I like the way the room looks like that. Just want to make sure he has enough room to actually sit there. Does anybody else do this? I save our boxes, and I have some kind of weird fear from moving so often that we're just going to need these, right? Like, so because we're renting and it's not our forever home, or not that I know of, we have to save it because when we move, we'll need this printer box to move the printer. I don't know. This is a corner unit desk. Duh. I don't know why I thought I would like it in the middle of a room. I'm stuck. Don't do what I do. Seriously, move everything out before you start moving stuff around. I just am impatient. Okay, day 2 of the project. I don't have a lot of time today. It's already later in the afternoon. I still have to get dinner going. So I'm just going to do what I can in the next hour or two and see how far I get. And then on the other side here, I'm not sure if this is going to come back in the office. I'm not sure what I want to do with it. It technically should go on the wall, but I'm hesitant to put a lot of holes in the wall because, you know, we rent. So I have this side of the office to get done. Let me see if I can show you without making you motion sick here. But I have all these boxes that I just kind of threw in here and then cleaning off the desk. So, and then I have a couple boxes still in the living room to go through. So let me see what I can go through in the next couple hours. I have this kind of crazy idea that I'm wondering if it will work. First I started taking everything out of the closet, but thankfully before I got everything out, figured it'd probably be easier if I just measured before I took everything out. I want to see if something fits in there. We got the shelves in. So if you remember, these are the shelves that I had originally in here where the bookshelves are now. I am missing one shelf. I have room for one more shelf. I don't have room. I have one more level of shelf it could go in, but it doesn't fit. So I'm happy with this. I'm not gonna. Okay, we are all done, or as done as I'm gonna get. There are some things that don't have homes yet, but that's okay. It is so much better than it was before. So let me show you what we did. Here in this corner, these are some like legal size paper, just blank printer paper. And we just have this giant box here for the kiddos because we don't print a whole bunch on this. This was given to us so they can just draw and stuff. And the other day they were making giant paper airplanes with it, and it was fantastic. So these are some what's left of the banker boxes that I have. I just have them kind of tucked away back here for now in case we need them for something else. I'm sure we'll find a use for them. So this is not gorgeous, but it's doable. I went ahead and moved the lamp to this side, and then I went ahead and also moved my grandma's dresser. I also moved the closet over here to this side, and I think it works out well. That box is another thing that we're not quite sure what we're going to do with. It's got some old CDs in it and things, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we're going to keep them. I don't know what we're going to do with it. And then that is just what I use when filming. So let me show you what the inside of this. So in here are just some things that maybe you don't want the kids having access to on the daily, and then like things that I need. So this is just some cardstock, a ream of cardstock I have. This is another little like selfie stick that I was using to film Mod Podge. This box is like Velcro and tape and like tack, so just like fasteners and stuff. And then here we just have a laptop that needs to get fixed, but also like my paper cutter and hole puncher. That's a Happy Planner hole puncher, and then this is my camera printer, like we have a little Canon selfie, and then in this box is some craft stuff, tissue paper and felt. And then these are things like that I don't want the kids to, especially my littles, to have hands on. This is like an electric paper cut or cardboard cutter, and then the Gorilla Glue. On the next shelf, I just have like our acrylic paints and my laminator. Actually, I think I'm going to move the laminator to the school area because that's where I use it most. But under the laminator is some tie-dye paint that I want to do with the kiddos, and then some paper. So right here is just like our construction paper. If I left it out for them, we would go through it so quickly. So I put it here, and then I just pull a couple sheets out as needed. This is cardstock that was already opened. So I just went ahead and put it in here and put a label. And then these are all of our art pads and stuff. So I'm super excited to have all of that in one place. And that way we can just come and grab it when we need it. And then this is just the ring light. I just put it in here because I didn't have a home for it. Down here is just more stuff I don't want them to grab. Our reusable batteries, our rechargeable batteries, some cords. This is stuff we use to make cloud dough and things. And then some clay tools. And then up on top, if you're interested, I just have just some decorative pieces, a painting, and then like an old radio. It does work, it gets AM stations. And then just a little church birdhouse. This is my son's. I think he's hiding it from the other kiddos. I love this. This is an old Sears Roebuck catalog, but from 1908. So we just like to look through them sometimes and look at the old prices and stuff. And then our globe. So coming along from there is my husband's area. Sometimes my oldest son will also use this area, but this is if he has some work to do from home, where he does it. He has his, just his setup really. So I don't really touch his stuff. He's just got a paper organizer back there. I just kind of keep it tidy. And then, like I said, my son will sometimes use this area too. That's just our printer and the file cabinets, binders that I reach for on the daily. And then that purple thing has some scrapbook paper. And then this is my desk area. I do want to get a couple of things for it, but it's not a priority yet. I'd love to get a paper organizer for the things that I'm working on here. Right now I just kind of have them crisscrossed, so I know like which goes to which subject. But that's just like stuff that I'm currently working on or that I'm reaching throughout the week. So I would like to get a paper organizer someday soon. This is just disc for my like planners, so I just threw them all in a jar. I want to get this hung up, but for now I just leaned it against here. It is says faith. It does not make things easy, it makes them possible. And then these are some pictures that my kids have drawn, and so we just kind of have it taped up to the wall. Here it's backwards, but there's a planner, a calendar there, but it has some personal information on it, so I have it turned the other way. And then here is just, I have the keyboard and the mouse pad kind of just pushed back, and then I pull them out when I need it if I'm working on this computer. But if I'm working on the laptop or I need space to write, then I have plenty of space. And this area here is just ink for the printer, Post-its, staples, erasers, that kind of stuff, notepads. In here is just like more, I actually think it's more planner stuff that I have, wow, tucked away. So I do think that a little organizer here would be great. We don't have one right now, and it's not something that I'm going to run out and purchase just yet. So that is my area. And then coming alongside, here is another thing that probably could have a better spot, but this is just my washi tape. These are just extra like notepads, spiral notebooks, and composition notebooks and stuff that are new still. So, and then in this thing, it's just pens and pencils. I love that we have bookshelves now. I do need to come in and clean it up a little bit more, but for now it looks so much better than before. Down here, these three are planner things, and I'm planning on going through them soon and reorganizing it and actually seeing if I can declutter anything. Going up are my books that I have just put in here. And then the next shelf over, this top shelf is kind of like my husband's and extra school books. These are reading books. This normally doesn't go there. I just put it down. But that is like the school books that we're reading. So on this side is actually the Tuttle Twin series that we have. These are the books they have for like older kids, and then these are just the smaller books like this. We have a couple of duplicates, so I'm trying to decide if I want to like maybe do a giveaway with them. And then we go into like some free reading books for my son, my oldest right now. This we purchased from the library. It's Grimm's Fairy Tales. So, and then these books from Grimm's Fairy Tales on is the books that he's going to start reading throughout the year for his language arts. He's actually reading this right now. So that's what that shelf is. Underneath it is our math, like homeschool stuff, more homeschool stuff. My daughter's books she's going to do for her language arts, and then her next math when she's ready to start that. Down here is more books that my kiddos can grab that I want, like my littles and stuff, when they come in and hang out in the office. These are books that they can get. Towards here is some more, clearly this is not something they're going to grab. This is my son's, more of his curriculum that he's doing with his dad. And then the bottom shelf just has extra paper and folders and things like that. This area here next to it, I want to get something a little bit better, like a bigger kind of seating spot for them. This is just actually the organizer that we had, and I put a blanket on top of it, and they can kind of come and sit. My idea is if they're in the office with us, it'll be like a little reading nook for them, so they can sit there and grab books and hang out if they want to. Right now, like I said, it's just the organizer we didn't have a spot for yet, so I put it here, and then it just has our extra copy paper. That's my son's wiggle seat. Up here, we need to go through, we don't need all these coats out, but I just left it there. If I really thought ahead, I probably should have taken them off before I filmed, but I didn't. So that's what's there. Next to it is this is like just a reused cardboard box. I have our wrapping paper in it, and like I think there's fishing poles, magnetic fishing poles for a game that there's magnetic fishing poles for a game we're playing that my kids do too. So it's not the prettiest, but it's functional and it works. And most of the time we have the door open. So it's kind of hidden behind the door. So it's kind of tucked away back there, and it kind of holds it open. Thanks for coming along with me on this journey as I kind of declutter our house. One room at a time. We're just kind of going through it and reorganizing and making it more of our little space. I'm so happy the way this turned out for now. It just gives us so much more room and it feels so much more inviting. And honestly, we're so much more productive in it now that it's done.